Morning again. Uh, this is another edition of Mental Check Monday. Just want to check in, see how everyone's going, how everyone's doing. Um, Obviously, I had a great week. You can probably see the balloon kind of hanging in the background. I had a birthday this week, and it's been a blessing. The staff members, the student athletes surprised me in the cafeteria. So that was pretty cool. I'm really not into all that type of stuff, more laid back, kind of behind the scenes. But, sometimes it's important to know that you matter to some people or someone or, your coworkers, colleagues. And so that was pretty cool. So shout out to them for that. So obviously it was a pretty good week for me. Hopefully it's the same for you all. Hopefully this week was, pretty important. Hopefully this week was, kind of laid back a little bit. Mine was sort of laid back. We're still in practice. We're still, full go. But it's, some things have kind of fell in place. And so it's not as hectic as the first few weeks. And so that's always a blessing. But definitely want to check on everybody, check in on everyone, let everyone know I'm doing fine. Hopefully, you all are doing fine. Hopefully, as we go into the school year, the new school year, from having, if you have kids, if you're a teacher, um, if you're going into football camp, like I said last week, like hopefully everything is, checking out and hopefully everything is going well. And if it's not, praying for you. Just need to know that, it's going to improve. You survive 100% of your bad days. And so you just have to continue to think on that, continue to ponder on that, continue to keep that in the forefront of your mind that nothing's defeated you. And nothing's going to defeat you. You just have to keep moving, keep one foot in front of the other. Um, I had been going into the stadium the last probably 2 months, going up and down the stadium, the stairs, trying to work back into shape. Kind of had like a little flare up with my knee. Nothing bad, but as you age, right, you can't do the same things you've done when you were younger without preparation. And so I've started to get back in the cold tub and a hot tub and a sauna to kind of take care of my body. So probably tomorrow I'll start back in the stadium and I think I'll be all right. But I just need to understand, and the same thing with you all, like you got to take care of yourself before you start doing these rigorous trainings. Take care of your body, take care of your mind. I read the Bible every night before I go to sleep. I pray before I go to sleep. These are like just my routines, right, that I'm sharing with you because I think it's imperative, right, that we have routines so that once we get into a rut or once we get into like a hard place, a tough situation, that we can lean on that, right? I was talking to someone yesterday that the old adage is that, you don't rise to the occasion, you fall back to your level of training and your level of preparation. And so when things get tough, when times get hard, you have the preparation, you have the training to sustain you to get through it, right? That it's not a surprise. Like I wake up every day expecting life to be life. Not saying that life is going to be bad. Not saying that you're going to, deal with struggles every day. But right, like life is going to life. Like your car might have a flat. Like your engine might not start. Like you might need gas in the morning that you should have did the day before, like myself, and it kind of throws your day off. Like those little things, not anything severe, but like normal life occurrences. Your kid might be sick, a cold, like just little things that might throw off like how your day, what you expect your day to be, curveballs in life that you could withstand, and not just keep the bat on your shoulder because you don't understand it. That's all. That's pretty much it. But and you have to know that no matter what happens in life, like you can start over at any point. Again, I just turned 37 years old, and I can start over. If I don't like something, you don't have to be stuck. You don't have to work a job for 30 years that you dislike, right? Just to get a retirement. Like you can start over if you have that dream, you have that goal. Um, you can restart it. You can chase it, no matter how old you are. Like most billionaires, most multimillionaires, you go look at their story. Like they didn't just wake up into money. Like most of them, they kind of started late. They worked a job to kind of build some equity, build finances, and got loans from banks, and took that leap of faith. And I think that's what most of us have to do sometime. Like it's again, I'm 37 and I'm contemplating it, right? It's not that I don't love what I do. Like you just want a new challenge. And so sometimes that plays in your head. And I think a lot of that is because that's what God wants for you. Like the life that you're living right now, not saying it's not great, it probably is, but if you like have these dreams and you have these thoughts and you have these goals, I mean that's probably telling you that you have something great inside you. And right now you're limiting it, and you're also limiting the world from receiving it. Like whatever talent God gave you was meant for this world. I've said this a long time ago. Like you were created to solve a problem on this earth, and the longer you keep it bottled up, like the less likely the world will receive it. And I think that's something that we have to think about. That's something that we have to understand as we get older. Because again, like it's so easy to dim your light. It's so easy to work a job and then you look up and it's 10 years and you're like, you know what, this is how I'm gonna retire. And like the truth is, most people die at 30 and they're not buried to their 80 because they live for 40 years of doing nothing really productive. They just do a job and then they retire, and that job throws them a party, give them a cake, they get a little retirement, and the next day somebody replace them. And that's not the life I want to live. It's not. Like I want to have adventure. I want to explore. Like we were not created to sit at a desk. We were not created to work on someone else's dream. Like you have your own dreams. That's why that's why you have your own. It's not for you to fulfill someone else's dream. Like you were created with the ability to create your own dreams. We were created to create. We're not created to work. Working is a part of everyday life. Bills are a part of everyday life. That's a truth, right? But you still can be creative. Every last one of us has something that we do that's unique to us. And it's so easy to just, dim it, to just cover it up, to bottle it up because of everyday expenses or life hits you. Like you have a kid, you get married, you have other responsibilities. And I'm not saying to forsake those responsibilities, but I mean, if you're going to your job every day and you just don't feel like that's what you want to do, don't do it. And I mean, it don't have to be drastic as, oh, I'm just quitting the day, like, right? Like, but like start creating a plan. Like you're having these thoughts, you're having these dreams because it's something in you that you want to release. You want to create something. You want to build this business. You want to start the singing career that you always, like we've all been young and we've all had these ambitions to be an astronaut or to be a surgeon or to be a wrestler or be a professional sports player. I mean, a gymnast, like that's like a clown. Like it's, and what happens is life happens and you go to work. And as you go to work, they're dream killers. There are people on the job that's telling you, oh, you shouldn't do that. You got a good thing going, but only you really know what you're dealing with. Only you really know who you go home to. Only you really know what's going on in your head. And it doesn't mean you're crazy. It just means that you have something greater inside you, more impactful than clocking in and clocking out. And your mind is telling you it wants to escape. That creativeness is telling you it wants to escape. It wants to be free. It doesn't want to go and do spreadsheets all day. And again, like it's nothing against people that do that, right? But I'm specifically speaking on if you have a thought process or you are going through whatever it is you're going through and you want something new. You and you think that it's over for you. You're 40 years old, you're 45, you're 50. Listen, if you can still move, think, breathe, then you can start over. And you can have the life that you've always wanted. Working for someone is not the life you've always wanted. That's not what you, if you ask your younger self at 15, at 12, at 10, you do not say, hey, look, I'm going to be working at FedEx. You do not say, hey, I'm going to be working in the office doing spreadsheets. I'm going to be an accountant. That's not what you said. We all dream big. And then someone in our family tell us, hey, look, no one's in our families ever did that. That's not achievable. Go to work, pay bills, and die, have a family, retire. Like that's not life. That's not the life at least God created you to have. We chose it. And like I don't regret it, but there's always times where you sit back and you're like, I could have better. But then there's that moment, right, where it's time to leap. You come up with these plans, you talk to these people, and some obstacles get in the way, and you have like a setback, and you just like sometimes you just gotta take that leap. God's gonna catch you. He's not gonna let you fail because history favors the bold. Like don't play it small. Like nothing in life is exciting when you play it small. When you just say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna just keep doing this because you're having these thought processes, you're having these thoughts, you're having these imaginations for a reason. Like it's not just happening to happen. You're not just sleeping and dreaming big to dream big. That's wasting time. That doesn't exist. You you could just sleep and see nothing. But you're seeing things that really is for you and your future. But you have to capitalize on it. You have to push forward. You have to take the chance. And again, I'm not telling the world to, hey, look, quit your job, stop doing this. Like, I'm only saying that to the people that feel like they can do more, that want to do more, that they're fighting what they're doing because it's your future, it's your life. And I think a lot of our mental struggles are because of like our mind wants us to do more. Our mind knows we're way more creative than we are giving ourselves credit for. And we just do the mundane every day. We just do the same thing. Like that's not life. That's not living. Doing the same thing Monday through Friday, getting Saturday off, Sunday start preparing for Monday through Friday, and then doing the same thing Monday through Friday again for 12 months. And I'm blessed that my career path is not as boring as that. It's not as cut and dry as that. Every day is something in this profession. And it keeps you on your toes. But like even me, I feel like I can create more. I feel like I'm limited. Um, because that's what the world does. It's not any specific person or job. That's what the world does. The world doesn't want you to be the best. The world doesn't want everyone to be rich. There's got to be a balance, right? Somebody's got to be poor. Somebody's got to be middle class. Somebody's got to be rich. Like that's how the balance of the world is set, right? But we can all change that if we make that decision. But it's just it becomes over time, over years, you just get set in your ways. You get used to going to work and doing what you do, and they give you weekends off. Like I think that's something that sometimes get me right. That someone tells me when to clock in. Someone tells me when to go to work. Someone tells me when I can have a vacation. Someone, like all this has to be approved through someone else. And I just don't think that's how we were created. I think we were created to do great things that we control ourselves. And don't get me wrong, I love what I do. I love the people I'm around. I love the student athletes. Like it is a passion of mine. Um, Sometimes I just I believe I can do more. I can help more. That's why I started this podcast because I wanted to help more people. I wanted to reach more people who was dealing with some of the same things I deal with. Like it's not, I didn't just create this for other people. I created this for myself. Um, but I too, right, multiple times in my life from me leaving high school sports to going to college sports, from me taking a chance when I was a middle school teacher, when I wanted to get in sports with the Pelicans organization, taking that job and driving. I've told that story, driving back and forth from Baton Rouge to New Orleans in a H3 Hummer, uh, burning gas up, right, burning holes in my pocket. But that was a dream of mine. That didn't mean that I was going to do that forever. I just wanted to work in the NBA, and so I took the leap of faith. Um, it definitely cost me my job at the middle school I was working in Hammond. My principal did not like that. Now, again, he didn't like the fact that I was living my life. I mean, I had obligations. I had to be at this place at a certain time. I had to be there 5 days a week. And the Pelicans job caused me to miss maybe sometimes 2 days a week because of basketball games. And I had the time off. I had the ability to not go to work, right? But the expectation was that I would be at work Monday through Friday and I only get Saturdays and Sundays off. And I just didn't like those boundaries. I did my part. I fulfilled my obligation. Now, again, on paper, um, I should be at work Monday through Friday. But because I never missed any days, I accumulated certain sick days, and I can use them, and that would frustrate him. And because again, the young people were affected by that, and that bothered me. And so eventually, I quit that job with the Pelicans. But for that 1 year, like I felt free. I felt I can do whatever I want. And once I got a taste of that, then that was probably just the beginning of the end of my teaching career. And I respect teachers. I think they're some of the most important people in the world because they educate our youth. They set our youth on a path for their futures. Um, and I just thought, more important people or more impressive people or people that love this should do it. And I shouldn't hold on to a spot just to get paid. So I resigned and pursued my college opportunities. But that started my break. Even if you go back further in early 2010, 2011, or even 2007, right? I was working in culinary arts, making good money, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. My passion was always sports. And so, talking to my grandmother, she told me take the leap of faith. She told me find a college or university that has a specific major in sports and pursue it. And I went and found out that Southeastern had a sports management program. It was going to be the first year of it doing it, and getting off the ground. They were, accepting applications, and I applied. And the first time I got denied because of me in the past, because of Katrina, graduating in Florida, didn't have to meet the Louisiana curriculum for college, and so I could have quit then. I could have said, you know what, I'm gonna just stay in culinary arts. I'm making good money, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. It wasn't a passion of mine. It wasn't something that I was excited about. I was just making money. I was paying bills, and I was making a lot of money. I was enjoying life, but it wasn't what I think I was created to do. It wasn't my true gift. It was a passion, but it wasn't my gift. And we have to be careful of, chasing our passion as opposed to using our gifts. And so I left. Eventually, I was able to get into Southeastern. I was there for 3 years, met some incredible people. And once I graduated, started pursuing, like I said, the college arena. Didn't really work for me. Oh, really, I'll take that back. I didn't really pursue it how I should have. And that's how I took to me, the easier route of being a high school educator, um, and being a high school coach instead of continuing the climb of trying to get into the college ranks and doing what most people do, GA, be an analyst, a student worker. I went in a different direction and kind of created a longer path for myself to get to where I am today. But as I reflect on that, like that was a part of the journey. But again, you can always start over. You can always create a different path. You can always stop. You can always restart. You can always pause because this is the time you have. This is the only time you have. Don't get stuck somewhere because people say you should be there because no one in your family has ever did it. No one has ever did it but you. You have the chance right now. Right now, there's no greater time than now. And that's how I looked at it. And again, it's not perfect. I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, look, it's been all peaches and cream. It has not. It's been, there's a lot of ebbs and flows. There's a lot of ups and downs, peaks and valleys. Uh, but I don't regret it. I think it's all a part of the lesson that I learned in my life. And I think that's the same thing with us. Like, stop stressing yourself out and make a change. Take the leap. Start over. And it can be done over time. Like, you can save up, you can still stay at your current job as you build a plan, as you create the path. You start reaching out to people, kind of sell your gift as opposed to just walking in and saying, hey, I'm done. That's it. I'm done. I'm tired. But I mean, if you've reached to that point, right, like you got to do what you got to do for your mental health. Like, I wouldn't keep going somewhere that I'm miserable at. I don't. That's just. And again, I'm older now, right? Um, I'm to that point now. I ain't arguing with no one about my life. That's the truth. If I don't like it, I don't like it. If you don't like how I like it, it is what it is. I have to live with me, and you have to be the same way. Do not negotiate with your life. Do not negotiate with your mental health. Do not take anything for granted. If they don't value you, walk away, because you're gonna have to live with that. And I've learned that for so long in my life. And so people say, "Oh, you quitting, you giving up." No, I'm loving me. I'm pursuing me. Right? I'm gonna take care of me. And it's not selfish. It's intelligent, because you only have one body. You only have one mind. You only have one life. And you can't stress yourself worrying about what other people doing, saying, thinking, because you're gonna be miserable and they're gonna be going up the road. You're gonna go home at night upset, and they going home going to sleep peacefully. And so once you realize that no one really cares, right? Like, they kind of say they care, but they got their own life. They got their own obstacles. They got their own ambitions. You got to take care of you. And when the sooner you realize that, the better for your life. I picked up a book that a good friend, a coworker, a colleague, told me about, and so me being me, I buy a book and then I buy like 20, and then I pass it out to other people. It's actually a book that I've kind of lived over the last probably 6, 7 years of this journey in college football, and even to the NFL. But it's called the 5 a.m. Club, and so it's pretty cool. Talks about success and the people in the world that is you use this time, right? Obviously, everyone knows the journey I had with Jaden, the quarterback with the Washington Commanders, and his journey here. How we used to get up 4:45, 5 a.m. So I'm a huge believer, and I didn't know that book exists. It's crazy sometimes when you're reading something that you lived, and you can speak to the success of it. You can speak to how important it is, right, to start your day early. Uh, get up, get yourself enough time to begin your day before you really begin your work. And I'm big on that, and I think that's something that kind of relieves stress, and we should pursue it. We should. I think it's a great book. I think, and I'm not on here to start like an Oprah book club or something like that. I'm not. But any good reads, uh, I think I'll start to share. Obviously, I'm gonna always read the Bible. That's the number one book in my life, and um, I just stick to it. Like, it's a guidebook. It's a book of references for me in my life. I don't know how you use it, but like, just thinking about it, right? Like, you can start over. I'll keep saying it. I'll keep referencing that, because that's the truth. Like, don't be miserable doing something that you don't love. Don't be miserable doing something you're passionate about. Like, if you can create opportunities, if you can create another path for yourself, do it. You'll thank yourself. You'll appreciate yourself more. Your kids will, your grandkids will, because I think all of us have it in us. All of us have the opportunity, the creativity to do something giant, not just live mundane, not just chill, right? Like, we have the opportunity, we have the ability to change the world. We just got to take the leap. And I think that's what, today will start. I'm excited about it. I'm serious. I've been thinking on a lot of things lately for my future. And it's not that, again, that I don't like what I do. I love what I do. I love the people. I love where I'm at. But sometimes you want greater. Sometimes your mind, your body, your spirit wants to pursue greater. I think I can reach way more people in this world. I think I can grow this. I think the goal of saving the world, like, I think it's achievable if you really put your mind and everything into it. And so it's interesting. It's exciting. Uh, just keep being you. Don't change. Never change for anyone. You can obviously adapt. You can evolve, but don't change who you are because it's gotten you where you are now. You want to improve. You want to improve all the time. You want to always be improving, right? But you want to stay true to yourself. And as long as you do that, like, I think you're going to live a blessed life. Continue to be who you are. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully today wasn't too long. Had a lot of thoughts on my mind. But like I said, you can always start over. You're never finished. And don't stay stuck. You can change it. You can live the life that you've always wanted at any time. It's worth it. You're worth it. I love y'all. I believe in you. Keep moving forward. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. It's going to be okay. Y'all be blessed.